My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a strange planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days, and I can't repair the dolphin by then. No, better not think about it. I have to find the missing ship parts. Hey guys, it's MJ here with my very first Let's Play, and this is a favorite of mine, a favorite of fans, the niche, the wonderful, the wacky, Pikmin. There it is, the seed that started it all, and launched a million memes. A strange thing has appeared before me. I'd barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion 2. Onion 2, even more onion. This guy. Alright, here it is. The moment of truth. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light, and it can sway back and forth without the benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it's calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. And once you do, Nintendo will never be the same. Here he is, the little man's. Extraordinary! When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage, just stands there staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Roll credits! Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps I'll react to the C stick and X as well. The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. L to rotate camera, hold to follow the cursor. R to zoom in and out, Z to change angle. I must survive! I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Yeah, it's a little bit clunky dialogue, but bear in mind, this was a very new game when the GameCube was born. What the hell am I talking about? It came out a week after the console did. And just like that, it duplicated. Astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down flour appeals to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a strange sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study the strange life form more. So this first day, it's all about getting you acclimated, you know? You gotta be throwing a lot of Pikmin, you gotta be getting a lot of pellets, you gotta be plucking them out of the ground. It's a fun little system. Now, Pikmin is probably my favorite game franchise. There's a couple that have a little bit of competition with it, but Pikmin's definitely up there. I really wanted this to be the first Let's Play that I do because this is a game that holds a lot of meaning for me. And it was the first game I ever really wanted, you know? Because when I was a kid, my mom and brother got me games like, you know, Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion. And in Luigi's Mansion, the demo for Pikmin was in there, and I wanted it so badly based on the demo. And I'd say it lived up to my expectations, kind of. Now, I can pick this game apart nowadays, and I most certainly will at some point, but as it stands, it's still a good time, and I really look forward to showing it off to some of you. Maybe you haven't seen it before. Who knows? Oh! 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 Did you see that? That was amazing. But anyway, once we pick our little friends out of the ground here, we're gonna meander out, I want to say west. I don't really have, like, a concrete landmark or any sense of direction. I don't know. So we're just getting ourselves all together here. Now we want to take our new buddies, head right on over to this. This is a box. It has number 10 on it. It is not Ben Tennyson's, but it requires 10 Pikmin to push it. We only have 2. Luckily, that's subject to change. I'm just gonna take a quick little look-see around here. One of the things you take for granted in the sequels that the first game is kind of a bit slower with is the fact that everything is a little bit slower. Redundancy, I'm aware, but there's just a certain speed to the first game that's eclipsed by the sequels in basically every way. But at the same time, it makes this first game seem a lot more intimate, you know? Like, you're down here with Olimar, commanding the Pikmin, and having them do all sorts of fun stuff just like this. Push! Push! Oh, look at the little hands. Oh, that's cool, I like that. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach and press A to pick up sprouts, press A to grab Pikmin, release to throw, press B to call them, X to dismiss, C stick to command, and control the group. L, R, and Z, control perspective. I shall record all of this in my computer, which I can access with Y. This is the computer, it becomes relevant later. Hit the R button, and you're going to see all the controls you're going to need. Let's get back to the action. Now what's this? This weird pulsating mass? Is this Jimmy? No, it's a colander! Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. That was going to be my third guess. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? Olimar, buddy, pal, friendo, chum. Well, you're going to have to raise your numbers, but as long as we have the Pikmin here, we can start moseying them all up. So you might notice this pellet right here is a fiver. Contrary to popular belief, this cannot get you a foot long at Subway, not even in this day and age. But what it can do for you is it can give you 5 Pikmin. And now, if you've played Pikmin, you know that there's not only these red guys, there's all sorts of different types. What I didn't know is that while the red ones going to a red onion will give you 2 red Pikmin instead of 1, the 5s and up actually give you fewer than what they list if you give it to a different color. It's bizarre, and it's one of those things I never really internalized. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. Guess I'll try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, I revert to a paler hue and go on a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Well, we know one of them is called Steve, and I'm not going to say any more about it than that. But, while we're sitting here just waiting, get the Pikmin to follow a little reveille thing to do whatever you need them to. And, one thing I'm going to warn you about right now, these little lads, not the brightest bulbs on the tree, if you get my drift. There's going to be problems that arise with these fellas a little bit later on down the line that will make you want to tear your hair out. But for right now, we're just chilling. They've got their mission, and they are carrying it out with aplomb. Now we're just gonna supervise these fillers. I don't know, I'm really looking forward to playing this game with you guys. It means a lot to me, and I hope it means a lot to you too. Also, I love the noise that the dolphin's making here, that just dull whirring of Also, I like that it kind of looks like a face the way we're looking at it right here. Oh, my delivery is here. Thank you, gentlemen. You only hear that the one time, and it hurts me so much. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again blast off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search begins tomorrow. Yeah, I had to let you guys hear that at least once. Man, it's such a good song. It's iconic for a reason. But with that, we are safe. 1 day since impact. I've somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion left off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The Dolphin's missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I might never be able to return home to planet Hakatate. Analysis shows that life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. Well, I mean, Olimar, you're on a good track. You can get out of here with just enough time to spare. But that is the first day. Next up, we fly off to the Forest of Hope. Next time on Pikmin. See you guys then.